Here we are.
Hey, hey.
We are light on the panel tonight.
Yeah, right.
Everybody is at a show, doing a show, or at the bar partying.
Yeah, I was about to say everyone's doing something tonight.
I know. And hey, James, you want to jump on? I'll send you the link.
Yeah,
We have
right.
a light panel. So tell us how you've been, Austin. I know you've been super duper busy.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Between, work,
Hey,
sick
Stan.
kids, sick girlfriends, sick everyone, it has been just a madhouse for the past probably 2 weeks.
Oh no.
But yeah, it is what it is. Got to get it done.
Hey, Ann, how are you? What's up, Stan? What's up, Bennett's Morphs? Yeah, we're a little light in here tonight. Everybody's doing a show, and we're just going to sit back and relax and talk about our week and whatever. So I think I've got a female that's maybe a week and a half or a week away from laying eggs.
Really?
Yeah, she's rolled up on her side and very uncomfortable.
Yeah, any minute now then.
I hope so. Hey, Gage, how's it going, man? I hadn't talked to you in a while. Missed talking to you. So I made this week. I don't know if you've seen it. It's the weekly schedule for the podcast.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's online, but if anybody wants a copy of it, I can email it to you.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just so forgetful. And you said for the stuff to go off and hey, it's time for this. And yeah, that don't work. No, when your volume's turned off.
Yeah, exactly. My phone
Yeah.
stays on silent pretty much 24/7. And so
Yes.
because if I kept the volume on, it would blow up from being in all the group chats and stuff.
Yes, sir. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And so, the lounge and then the blue line chat, they're not too bad, but then I'm in that other one. Oh God, what's it called? I don't
Hey,
know.
Gage, you want to hop on? Hey, Nikki. If any of y'all want to hop on, let me know. I'll send you the link. We're just
there's an
having
auction going on too.
Yep, there's an auction going on too. Bone Daddy, what's up? I'm waiting on my drink. I'm having coffee now.
Your dirty martini on its way.
Oh my goodness. So I went a couple of weeks without any, and then it's just like the stress of everything. I'm like, you know what? It just sounds too good to be like right now. I just need
Right.
fun. So yeah, I went yesterday in our small town to buy a dirty or that dry vermouth. I had to go to 3 different liquor stores to find it. I was
Wow.
dedicated. So tell us about your enclosures you did today.
Basically just did, I wouldn't call it a deep clean because, I didn't wipe down the walls or anything. I probably should, but I didn't. Took the snake out because it's getting to the point to where, like, when I first got him, cleaning was real easy because he kind of kept to his own in the corner. But now that he's used to me, he's real inquisitive. So I'll be sitting there, trying to move stuff around, and here he is, like, trying to, go past my arm and stuff like that. And so I had to bag him up today, and he was not happy. That was an adventure. Yeah, that was an adventure in itself, trying to get him in the bag. And
Right.
so, but got him in, and then just kind of fluffed up the substrate. Because I'm bioactive. I don't have any plants. I basically just have isopods, and they're well over thriving now. But yeah, I've kind of fluffed everything up because pretty much, with a big ass snake on soil, it's eventually going to get kind of like impacted. And so when that happens, it's hard to keep the moisture because it doesn't go deep. So I just kind of fluffed everything up. Tried something new with the hide box I have. Just kind of, I didn't bury it completely, but I kind of, put it in the substrate, put the stuff over it. Just to see how it looked. Loved how it looked. And so I kind of moved the wood around because I got a bunch of cork bark since I have too many isopods now. And so
What are you going to do to solve that situation?
Um,
Just buy another snake and make another enclosure.
well, see, that's what I'm gonna do with my that 6 footer I have, and I'm gonna do the same idea like I told you in backstage. I'm gonna do like the hyper realism type thing, you know, all the cool backgrounds, everything looking natural, naturalistic or whatever. Um, I'm probably gonna end up getting some higher end isopods just because, you know, I
Yeah.
want to get like the rubber duckies and the blonde duckies and stuff like that, and I want to get more into that aspect of things because these bugs are cool as shit. I never thought I'd
Yes.
be so interested in bugs.
Yeah, I want some, but I don't really have anything bioactive yet. But when I
No.
start my red eye skinks, I'll definitely do that.
Oh, you're gonna start red eye skinks?
Yes, sir.
Those are the ones that look like the dragons, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, they're so cool. But
Yep.
but yeah, and so I'm gonna do that with the bigger enclosure, but I'm gonna do more higher end ones. But what I'll probably do is because these powder orange ones, they're the ones that are like overpopulated.
Mhm.
So what I'll probably just end up doing with those is you know, take a good is that a dog or is that a human trying to get in? Oh. But pretty much lost my train of thought. Oh, probably going to take like a shit ton of the orange ones and throw them in the other ones because they're workhorses. Even though they breed like none other, they're the main ones that are cleaning up my enclosure. Pretty much everything else is just for looks.
Yeah. That's funny for looks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Lord.
mean they look pretty cool. I'm a big fan of. They're called like Panda Kings,
Mhm.
and they literally it's like you look at the bug and it's half white, half black. They're so cool.
Oh,
I'll share you a picture later on. But yeah, they're super cool to me. And luckily for me, I got a steal on them because little did I know they're in the same family as like the rubber duckies I was talking about.
yeah.
And so they're expensive as shit. And I guess the guy that sold them to me at the shop I usually go to, he
Mhm.
didn't really know how much they were worth. So he gave me like 15, 20 of them for like $10 when that would have been like, I would say like what, 50 to 70 bucks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
That's a good.
so
Hey,
that's a
Chucky.
rough estimate. I don't really know how much they're worth,
Yeah.
but yeah, I have a bunch of those. So if I see them kind of, you know, multiply a little more, I'll move them over. I want to definitely get duckies and stuff in the bigger enclosure. Um, but yeah, that's going to be a project in itself. I haven't even started cleaning this thing yet.
Yeah.
You know, that it's so far on the back burner with everything else that's going on.
And all the hours you're putting in like crazy, like a madman.
Yeah, I think I did my timesheet the other day and I got 132 hours for this pay period.
Oh, wow.
And so,
You need a nap.
yeah, I do. I'm actually, I feel pretty good right now. But the last like 2, 3 days were rough, I'll tell you, because I was working night shift and that was rough.
Well, I hope that little cartoon video I made kind of cheered you up a little bit.
That was funny. I
That
got a
was
kick
my
out of that.
first for real like cartoon thing to put together, and I was like, I got to do Austin because I seen that
Oh
little
yeah.
cough on there, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure. And then I found the robot walking noise, and I was like,
Mhm.
ooh, bet. Well, I know you've been busy. Everybody's been pretty busy here lately, and then all the
Yeah.
shows going on, you know.
Yeah.
And oh
Have I been on the show since I went to that Mid Atlantic show? Yeah, I was. It was literally that day because it was a Saturday.
yeah,
That was the last
yeah,
time I was on the show. Was when that show came. And so I know I don't think there's any good shows coming up. There was a show about 3 hours from me, and it's a hot show, and I thought about it, but no, I'm not gonna drive 3 hours to go window shop.
yeah. Well, one of my
And
customers come the other day, and he's like, "Oh, did you get to go to the so and so show?" I was like, no." They had a hot show.
oh yeah, you see, that's the one that's that I was just talking about?
Well, this one's actually in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to go to that one. There's like two we've missed here fairly locally, but without having any babies or anything to sell, just to go. I'm like, he's like, 2 days off, and then one of them's rat day, and the other one's snake day. So
Yeah.
that's
That's
cool.
that's kind of how it's been for me. It's just been like the past 2 weeks. I'll give myself 2 days off, and it's like one day is we cheer day, or we're going to go hang out with her family, and the other day is chores day or something day. And so
Yeah.
thank God today I was like, I gotta have the day to myself to catch up on my shit.
Right. Take care of them animals.
Yeah, for sure. And so I did that enclosure, and I was just so beat. I was like, I'll do the other two tomorrow, because the other two I just got to spot clean.
Right. Well, I mean, it's good that you've got some time. It's good that you've been working for your family, but you always got to have time for yourself. Don't forget to make that.
Yeah, for sure.
Leah, I forget your company name. I'm having a moment right now. Oh, here you are. I don't know if you're at home or whatever, but I just sent you the link. Self-care is truly important.
For sure.
I'm going to start doing a show once a month that is just over mental health.
I love that.
And if anybody wants to be a part of that, they can absolutely be a part of that. I talked to Troy from Best Dressed Balls when we were in Pomona, and I think we're going to start it hopefully sooner than later. I know he's busy this time of year too. So
yeah, and I'd love to hop on that as well, because mental health is near and dear to my heart. And so, especially with what I do, and the things that I put up with and stuff. I've been actually listening to this guy. His name's Travis Howes, and he's kind of been like my own therapist almost, just listening to his podcast. And he caters more, of course, to like the law enforcement and pretty much like the first responders and military aspects of mental health, and like what they put up with. But listening to him alone has been pretty good for me. It kind of teaches me how to more or less, because being a cop, being a first responder, but mainly being a cop, hypervigilance is a big problem for us. You always want to stay vigilant, but you don't want to be hyper vigilant, I should say, because you always got that guy that has to sit with their back facing the wall. They always got to be looking at the, what I'm saying? It's like, that'll drive a man crazy, just constantly being on your toes like that.
I don't know if your camera's not working or what, but you'll have to maybe back out and try again, and just make sure you have it set in the right setting before you come back in. It's just not popping up. My uncle was a cop, and from a small kid, that's what he taught me. Never sit with your back to the door, this, that, and the other. And so that's just natural to me. And Bobby doesn't carry, but I carry, so I make sure I'm looking at the door.
Right. And it's like, doing little things like getting out of my comfort zone. And that's one thing he harps on, is like taking steps to get out of your comfort zone and live a little, take your mind off of things, don't just completely get lackadaisical, but get your mind away from that and enjoy your time with your family. Because, there'll be times to where, like, especially if we go out somewhere and I just get so overstimulated and I just shut out completely.
Me too. Bobby, that was one thing when we started dating. Like, he's like, where do you want to go out to? Let's go in and eat. And I'm like, no, let's not. I don't want to go inside. I would rather do drive-through, stay at home. And even now, I struggle with even going to Walmart once a week because I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah.
And I know that's something that, like, I was good before, but then, like, this last year, since we moved here, I'm just, like, kind of gotten back into the old Holly to where I just, and I don't need to be like that, I know, but that,
some people just get hardwired like that. And, for me, since being a cop, I would say, I've been a lot better. But when I worked in the prison, I'll tell you what, I was just a whole different person. I've gotten a lot better than how I was then. But once I left the prison, it was like, I was mean.
You maybe had to be, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But I'm saying, like, basically, I couldn't flip that switch from work to personal life, I say. It was like, if I was dealing with a kid or something like that, and I would lash out type deal, and it was just,
Okay.
I still have, go ahead.
So I worked at the cemetery, and I was in charge of all the people that was on, what is it called? Probation. And the stories I could tell you, dealing with especially the kids, the young, because there's 14, 15-year-olds would not want to work, and I'm like, well, you have to work. And I had 2 kids come in. They were like 13, 14, and I just had to pull their teeth to get them to pick up one piece of trash.
Oh yeah, no.
And there you go, you made it, man.
Yeah, I was in the little bit in the background. Pretty good. How you guys doing?
What's
good. Up, Sammy's like, oh, guess who I seen?
Been on the live with Keys last night. Oh man, they go all night.
Oh, they do. We were on there once for over 6 hours.
Yeah, it was 6 hours and like 22 minutes.
Yeah.
It was like, and I had to get up and go to work at 3:30.
Man.
Yeah.
I turned it on last night, and I sat there in my chair in the living room and just passed out. Like, I did not intend to pass out, but my phone was still on the whole time, so I didn't feel too bad. I'm like, as long as he's getting a view.
Yeah, he hit 10,000 subscribers.
That is awesome.
That is big. Yeah, that is big.
Well, I haven't got to meet him in person yet, but he seems like such a nice person.
Oh yeah, no, he's a real cool person. I met him at Tinley.
Yeah. Well, it was cool meeting you and Pomona and your wife. She seemed like a sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
That was the biggest show I have ever been to.
Oh, really? You've been to Tinley? Well, I mean, I guess Tinley's a little bit more compact. It seems like.
That was a walk just from the hotel room into the snake show because we had to go in the front door. So you got to walk the whole length of the building to get in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And I didn't get to party with you because that one evening, I was like, I'm going to go ahead and go to the room. And I went in the room, took a bath, passed out, woke up, went down to the bar. Everybody was already gone. So John and I stayed in there. And then people started coming back in. We're like, okay, this is good.
They were trickling in, trickling out, trickling back in. It was throughout the whole night, it seemed like.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what time they finally shut it. They're like, we're going to stay open as long as we got people in here.
Yeah.
So, Did you try their buffalo wings?
No, but I had, what was it, their steak. The steak that they had, it was really good.
Yeah. Those buffalo wings, I keep talking about them. I'm like, I just want to go back for the buffalo wings. I don't care about the show.
To be in a hotel, that's a pretty good restaurant. I was shocked. I was like, normally it's average inside the hotels, but that's a pretty good restaurant in there. Yeah. I was shocked.
The burger was not good. I got the burger the first night, and it was like eating dry cardboard.
Oh.
Yeah, it was nasty. So have you got to meet Austin yet?
Austin?
No, not yet.
No, I have not. I have not. How's it going?
Right, what's up, man?
This is my husband, Bobby.
Hey,
how you doing, Bobby?
Good, man.
So, look, you got a lot of snake racks over there behind you.
Yeah, I do. These are FB70s.
Oh.
And then on
Wow.
the side is FB two more FB40s, and then right here is the FB10, just like halfway. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. Have you had any clutches yet this year?
No, I won't have. My season starts in March. They'll start laying in March. So I have 2 females that have already ovulated. So March 13th should be good. They start to
Yeah.
ovulate. So yeah.
Man, I've got one. I think she's about a week and a half away, maybe a little bit longer. And then I just don't know about the rest of them. I've just been pairing up.
Yep. That's all you can do. Just pair. I don't use ultrasound.
Yeah, well, we bought one and the screen's like this big. It's tiny. And the other day I was doing that one that's fixing to go, and like all I could see, I couldn't even measure the eggs because the screen is not big enough. All I seen was like this. And I was like, I think she's gonna go.
I palpate. That's been my go-to thing.
Okay.
I feel the follicles. If they feel like they're growing, I check those females and I just mentally remember what females and how big the follicles are really actually there. So it's like, okay, this female is growing. She's not growing. You know, I don't have like 400 animals, so it's kind of like I know my females.
Yeah.
Right. How long you been into breeding?
Okay, so I picked up when I guess the last crash. So starting in 2011, 2012, that's when people were started doing auctions and everything and started really actually doing the same thing we're doing right now.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but Mike Wilbanks had what it was called the reptile ring. And it was better. Reptile ring was way better.
What was it?
It basically was like eBay of just selling snakes. So you just bid on stuff, you know, and it was kind of cool. I liked it better than kind of what's going on right now, but
yeah, it's kind of hard right now with all the weird auctions. And yeah, I did one for C.A. Serpent Stan. He lost his wife, and we did an auction for him. And then one person come to me and asked me if I would do one. And I went ahead and did that one, but I'm like, I'm not going to do that unless it's for something like
sponsor or something.
No, not even I would for a sponsor, but like somebody in need, right? So that's just not my game.
I don't really see anything wrong with auctions. I know it was going to come around that time because people were mass producing. I think back then you didn't have as many breeders, so it was a little bit different with the auctions. And then from his website, it wasn't like, you know, how they do on YouTube. It's kind of live. This is kind of like live, but you're kind of just bidding and then waiting. You know, you might wait 4 days, 5 days, you know, but you get alerts when people were outbidding you.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the whole morph market auction stuff?
I mean, I don't really mind it. I think it's kind of a good idea, you know. So it's for us, anyways. You know, I just kind of wish he would do a little bit more than like 1 or 2 animals.
I don't know. I hadn't bid on anything or anything like that, but I've heard good and bad. So
I kind of watch it. I haven't bidded on anything yet. You know, there's some stuff that caught my eye, but I haven't jumped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what lines are you working with over there?
Lines.
What are you hiding in those racks?
Puzzle stuff. I'm into cryptic. You know, the clown stuff. What else? Pretty much everything. The Holy Grail, kind of like the lavender clown pies. I'm starting to make some of those, and then what else? Dreamsicles, you know. So made a few of those. Now I did that from scratch, really taking some normals and breeding those up, building those up, and then breeding those, and then hitting. It took me 7 years to do it that way. Wasn't the smartest way to do it, but yeah.
That's cool though. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Like us, you know, we don't have a lot of money and stuff, so we got stuff we can afford to make what we want to make for in the future. And
even to hit those double recessive, I turned around and it was like I would get a lav or I would get a pie, and it just wasn't hitting for years. I'm like, okay, you're double head. Just put them together. Put them together. It just wasn't happening until I produced a pie female, and then I hit it with the daughter from, you know, the mothers, you know. So it took me 2 years after that to grow that female up, and she's the one who
Wow.
produced it for me together.
Right. Sammy said your shirt looks like fire. So are you going to get to come to the Dallas show this year?
You know what? Yeah, we were talking about that. We're gonna hit that show up. We're gonna do Daytona. We're not going to March Tinley, so that's what we're doing at Daytona, and then we'll go to October Tinley, and then Dallas. Yeah.
Well, I would highly recommend doing the Dallas show in April and not at the end of the year because it's too hot.
Oh, see, in April, yep, yeah.
April is going to be your best bet.
Okay.
You know, unless you like the dry humidity.
Nope.
Or not dry.
I'm good.
It's humid.
I'm good.
112.
I'm good.
Your wife might not like that.
Yeah, I'm good.
What?
You know, you had to ask me that, and I had it wrote down. September, I believe, or August or September. Yeah, it's like
It's still just miserable.
yeah, it's miserable. You walk outside and it's like you got to chew the soup to breathe.
And it's really that high. It's humid, huh?
Yeah, and it's about 112.
Humid and 112? Yeah, no, I'm good. I mean, we get here, it gets up to 113, but it's dry heat, and I'm good with that too. So humid on top of that and the heat, nah, I don't feel like wearing wet underwear.
Where are you at?
I'm in California, Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
So I'm 25 minutes north of Sacramento.
I was born in Ridgecrest, and then we lived in Lake Isabella from the time I was like 11. Like
okay.
High school. Moved off.
So is it hotter there or here?
Heat wise, like temperature wise, it's hotter there.
Yeah.
But then you add the humidity, it's hot. It's miserable here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that whole humidity thing where you know you're always shining.
Yeah. Sticky too. Sticky and yucky and you're just like nobody touched me. This is my bubble.
Yep. That right there.
His mom and stepdad come visit when we first got married, and they come in their little truck camper. They had like the little shell on it. They converted into a bed in there and a little kitchen and everything. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll just sleep in here. No big deal. We're fine. Until they got here and they're like, can we please stay in the house? Like that. What I told you to do, but you didn't listen.
Like,
it's totally different here, man. And I was actually surprised how cold it was in Pomona.
Oh yeah, it was nice. I kind of like that weather.
Is it always like that?
Not always. No, not always.
I froze. So, do you have any snakes for sale?
I do. I have quite a bit. I need to post them up. I do need to post them up.
You can show off anything you have to sell on here, and people can just reach out to you for a price. That's one of our things. We want to help our guests sell.
That's quite a bit.
Hey, man, how's it going? I started your logo, but I hadn't finished it yet. It's been so busy.
Yeah, it has.
Mike, where are you at, Mike?
I think he said like his son had a match today or something like that.
Yeah.
Wrestling
match.
Oh, wrestling.
Oh yeah, I coached wrestling for 15 years.
Did you really?
Yeah, my kids wrestled, but my son and daughter.
Nice.
Oh, that is cool.
Yeah.
And that is one thing that I miss. I wrestled all the way up until pretty much high school. My high school had a club for a year and then got rid of it because I was the only one wrestling. And so, yeah. And so that's when I just stuck with football. You know, I went and played college and stuff, but I'm starting to get back into jiu-jitsu now. That's been a big thing for me. Yeah.
That's what I need to learn how to do. I kick his big ass.
That's conditioning for real.
I swear.
Yeah.
Bobby's like 6'1" and I'm about 5'3".
Oh yeah, that's me. I'm short. I'm short, little stocky guy. That's it.
Wrestling's big in California. I remember we used to go to tournaments on the weekend, and it was just like this whole place would be filled. And they'd have like 9 mats out there, and just match after match after match, just trying to get them through.
Now think about that, and then they add the girls on top of that, so it's even longer.
Yeah.
And they're kind of breaking it up in half and doing girls over here and then boys over here. So because once they get to high school, they separate them.
Well, we didn't have wrestling in school. Here, it's all football for the guys.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And that's just major here. And then I was in shot put, track, and was a power lifter, and I did volleyball as well. So that was my 3 things that I just absolutely love doing. And I want to get back into the powerlifting. I just don't have a coach here. I would love for somebody to be like, hey, this is what you need to do today. This is what you need to do today.
Is CrossFitting kind of big over there? CrossFit?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. I'm sure there's some younger kids that do it, but, I'm an old goat, dude. I'm 43 years old.
I just turned 45 yesterday.
Well, he's got us both beat, so we're good. Probably Austin too. Austin, what are you, in your 20s?
I'm 26.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, my son's about to be 25.
Oh, wow.
That's my daughter too, Faith. She's about to be 25.
It's crazy how fast time goes by. It seems like as soon as they come out, it's over with.
I'm learning that very quick.
Austin just had a baby. Well, Austin's girlfriend had a baby. I won't say Austin had a baby.
Oh, he's part of it too. He was eating and hanging out too.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying.
He was part of the process.
Yeah.
I know that point. The baby eat, I eat.
Yeah, I've seen some pictures of him laid back with a baby in the recliner taking a nap.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what it is. Baby sleep. We both taking a nap because he's gonna wake up
That's
soon.
right.
Yeah.
I had all 3 of my kids
caught on
back
to
to
that.
back to back. So being a stay-at-home mom with them, you bet your ass I slept, because man, you don't get no sleep when they're babies.
The energy level is crazy.
Yeah. It was even worse when they were teenagers. That's why I keep telling Austin, enjoy it, because it just gets 50 times worse.
Oh,
And
because also you're gonna be like, oh, I can't wait until you start crawling. I can't wait until you start talking and all that stuff. You're like, man, I want you to go back to being a baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once they
Because
start
once
talking,
they
you're
start
just
telling
like,
you
man.
no, getting into everything, you're like, where'd he go? You got a boy? A little boy?
Yeah, little boy.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, brother.
Oh,
How much,
he is
how
so
much does he
cute.
weigh?
How much does he weigh?
Yeah.
He was born 7'7", but now he's probably pushing like 11, 12 pounds.
Yeah.
He's
Austin,
growing
tell him how big you are.
I'm 6'2", 350.
Oh, there you go. He's gonna
Yeah.
be
He's just a little guy. He's just a little feller.
Yeah.
He's up
So
there.
I gotta
with KG
tell
and all
you
that.
this. I gotta tell you this story real quick. So I was in North Carolina,
Oh, here
and
we
there
go.
was this a snake show happening, and my daughter drove me an hour and a half to meet this asshole. And guess who left? He left, and I didn't even get to meet him.
My side of the story is, okay, so like, she said, hey, I might be going to this show. I don't know quite yet, got to figure out what time. I'm like, okay. And then I'm walking around, and I'm like, okay, let me buy my rats real quick, because the guy that I get my rats from, I buy them in bulk. He's at the show. So I went ahead and bought like 80 something rats. And so I have them all bagged up, and I'm just sitting there, walking around carrying my rats. And I'm like, these things are going to start thawing out here soon. And I had an hour drive back home too. So I was like, I got to go. And so I left, and literally as soon as I pull out of the parking lot, I'm on my way.
You're like, I'm on my way out.
Yeah, I was like, you are going to hate me.
They didn't give you any dry ice?
No, they usually, if I just buy like one bag, like a bag of 20 smalls, they'll get like those like insulated like metallic bags or whatever that they like you ship stuff in. Yeah. But this time they they just wrapped them in a bunch of fucking plastic bags.
So do you like feeding frozen?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, at the time, that was when I was working with ball pythons, and all of them ate frozen like nothing. And so, except for one, of course, which is the one ball python I have left. But now that I work with false water cobras, they'll eat anything you put in its way. Oh my God, yeah. They will eat anything. And so pretty much I'm stocked up. What I'll do is I do fish. I feed all my falsies every 5 days. And I do silver sides with every feeding. And I alternate each feeding. I do rodents, quail, just to get like a variety in there. And so, because I know the quail, like the beak and stuff like that, it's really good protein, helps them grow stronger. And so I'm really I got a juvenile pair I'm raising up right now. And the female is famous on this channel because first time I ever got on this channel, I'm like, oh, let me take a falsie out. I went to take her out. She spazzed on me.
Oh, did she?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she spazzed on me.
It looked like a shot straight out at him.
Yeah.
The male doesn't have that type of temperament?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are spicy until they grow up. And so once they grow up, they mellow out. But when they're little, they will tag and tag and tag.
What made you decide to get into the false water cobras?
I've always been like just obsessed with like actual cobras. And like I love just how they look. And I don't know if you know who Tyler Nolan is.
He's one of those ones that has a bunch of venomous snakes, huh?
Yeah, he has all the tattoos.
And he just bought the albino gaboon viper.
Yes.
What? That's one of my favorite venomous species. But yes,
mine too, dude. Oh my God.
I want one so bad, Buchanan.
Yep.
And I watch him, and he has a leucistic monocle cobra that I was just obsessed with, and which is the one reason why I have a leucistic ball python. That's the first ball python. Well, really the third, but the first one like I actually like invested in. And so, but yeah, and so I was watching him one day, and I saw him he just bought a lavender false water cobra, and I saw, they have like the little hood and stuff like that, and I was upset. I'm telling you, I was obsessing over them for like 2 years almost until I went to a show, and most of it, so I was living in Raleigh at the time, Raleigh, North Carolina. And venomous is a big no-no down there. And so I guess a lot of people were like, one, falsies aren't as popular out here. And two, since they're mildly venomous, they don't know like the stipulations. But I'm at a show and I start asking around, all the guys, any table I saw with a colubrid, I would ask, hey, you know a guy? And so eventually someone pointed, they're like, yeah, I think there's one being sold in that corner. They don't have a sticker on it or anything, but there's a false water cobra in the corner over there. So I went up to the guy's table, and he had it was my female. He had one female false water cobra without a price on it. And I asked him, I was like, is that for sale? He's like, well, I wasn't going to sell it, but if you're interested, I'll sell them to you. And I was like, how much? $450. It was no question. And so, and then I got a mail probably 2 months later from a guy out in Winston-Salem. And so here I am, I'm raising up this pair, and I put two and two together. The guy I got my female from told me like the backstory. So what happened is there's one lady in Winston-Salem who breed false water cobras, and she has an autoimmune disease. So what she does is she'll take her hatchlings and kind of spread them out to different vendors, and they'll sell them for her. And come to find out, both of my false water cobras were clutch mates.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's only inbreeding if it ends up bad, right? But if it ends up good, it's line breeding.
Exactly.
There you go. He knows it. He knows it.
I've been raising up those two. So the male's in the glass enclosure, and then the female's in the PVC on that side. My ball python's in that side, and the top one, I have an adult male in that one. He's about 5 foot long. He's a small for an adult, but he's 19, 21, 2, 3. He's 6 years old. Well, this would be his 6th year, and so he's a little small for a male. But I mean, males, as long as they can go, they can go. And so I just got a big ass 6 foot enclosure, and so I'm gonna do the whole naturalistic look to it, and bioactive and all, and I'm gonna put a female in that one, and that's gonna really set off my project that I have going on. And once I get my first clutch on the ground, then I plan on investing in lavender. That's the end goal, is getting some lavender.
What's the prices on the lavenders?
About $1,200.
Oh, that's
wow.
not bad. Yeah, that's not bad.
So normals, well, wild types, I guess you can say, they are right around $450, $500, depending on who's selling. Sometimes more, sometimes less. And then you got hypos. That's the thing. The one confusing thing is, so you have American hypos and UK hypos. There's a difference. I don't know what it is. I think one is more of a color-based hypo, and the other is more of a pattern or lack of pattern-based hypo. I don't know which is which, but they go anywhere from $600 to $700, and then adults will be like $900 to $1,000.
Is it recessive or is it incomplete dominant? It's recessive.
It's recessive, yeah.
Okay.
And then there's lavender, and they're pretty set in stone at about $1,200 to $1,400, depending on who you're buying from. And so the cool thing is they lay about 20 to 40 eggs, depending on how big your female is.
What's up, Sammy? What's up, James?
Sammy.
What's up, Holly?
Not much.
Sammy?
We're trying to
Hang on, we're trying. I had to connect the hotel Wi-Fi, all kinds of shit.
Well, I'm going to play the sponsor video real quick, and then we'll be right back. All right. How was your show today, Sammy?
It was good. It started out kind of like up in the air because it was 3 people sharing the table. So it would have been too crowded. But I ran into Tyler's parents, and they told me, you can sit over here. I'm like, bet.
Tyler from Toxic Balls?
Yeah. So I'm they had like a whole really big table. So I just needed like maybe 3 feet of table. And I got to put up the banner. That was the most important thing because my wife bought that for Christmas. And then here I'm coming to a snake show. I can't hang my banner.
Right.
What show was it this weekend?
It's up here in New Hampshire. Up here in Connecticut. Manchester. Really far from you guys. It's fucking freezing outside today too. Man, I couldn't even walk. My knees were killing me. We walked like a half a mile. I'm like, dude, call a taxi or something.
Let's hitchhike.
I was freezing. I'm like, shit. I said, whose idea to walk? My son goes, you did. You wanted to walk in case, you eat a lot and then you can walk it off. Like, fuck, next time he kicked me in the ass, he'll say, it's just.
I was just playing.
Yeah. It was freezing outside. And then it's windy, too, on top of it. So.
Well, somebody has some snakes for sale.
yeah?
if he wants to show them off. Because I tell you what, this guy down here, he likes buying stuff.
Yeah, right now everything is real tight.
Yeah,
I
we're
saw
gonna
some
try
real.
to.
I saw some people set some snakes up and everything today, so I saw some real nice ones.
Yeah.
So
What all did you see?
I saw, my regular shit pies, calico pies. It was one with an orange dream enchi, leopard pie, something like that. Yeah. So it was real orangey. So nobody
Yeah.
was at the table, so I couldn't talk to nobody. So
Oh,
they said this is supposed to be a big show because nobody pays taxes here.
Oh,
So whatever you sell goes in your pocket.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
that's kind of strange.
Yeah. This is the
Oh,
only.
yeah, it can work.
Yeah. So it worked out for me. Hopefully, I could sell some of my snakes.
Have you sold any today?
No, they're right here in our room in a box with some
Yeah.
heating pads and all that. One already blew. One of the one poop. So we open that box up, man. I'm like, close that shit. Stinks in this room now. Lucky
yeah, he said a bomb.
I know.
That's
Lucky my
great.
friend gave me he gave me some extra bags and all that because I put them in a bag and then I put some paper towels in there just in case,
Yeah.
Let him soak it up.
Yeah. So it'll be the first show. So hopefully the big pink panther will sell a lot of snakes.
Oh, did it come in?
No, next show he'll be
Oh,
in. Yeah, I wish.
oh man.
I can't
So when
wait.
is your next show you're setting up at?
It'll be in 3 weeks. It's gonna be in March 3rd. It's on most of the shows here are one day. So
That is so strange to me because
Yeah,
here, I
yeah.
mean, they're at least 2 days.
yeah, here.
That's a waste of money.
Yeah, one day. So the next
we
show
have-
is 45 minutes away from my house. It's in Springfield. So there's only
We have
one.
one tomorrow that is a 1-day show in Lodi, which we don't have too many of those, so it's kind of weird. But it's just a 1-day show, Sunday. That's it.
Yeah.
Usually they're on like a Saturday, you'd think, but no, it's on a Sunday. So,
So
We have
do
a
you
show
set
down
up
here
at
like
any of
that.
those?
huh?
Do you set up at any of those 1-day
Oh,
shows?
I've never been to any show at all.
Congratulations, man. That means you're doing really good.
Yeah, I haven't done one. I should go. I should just do it, but I go out there and hang out,
Yeah.
Like me.
kind of and talk to everybody.
Okay. Don't let Sammy fool you. Everything he hatches, he keeps.
Hold
Well,
that.
He is guilty.
I brought a lot of snakes. I kept them saying, like, should I bring this one? Nah, put it back in. He goes, how many snakes you gonna bring? I said, I don't know, man. Everything I look at, something inside's telling me, no, don't do it. But
He's like,
like
2. I'm gonna bring 2.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, I love it.
I got like 25 babies. No, more than that. Like 32 babies. I think I brought 10.
Oh wow.
But
You
I didn't
only
bring.
took-
I didn't bring no grown-ups because the lady said we didn't have no room, so I didn't bring any, of my grown-ups to sell, So the next show I'm gonna get a table by myself and I'll try to bring a lot.
There you
So
go.
Darren said he's going to be coming to Dallas.
Yeah, I'm definitely hit that show up. That's on the top of the list. So
Yeah,
that and Daytona.
yeah.
We're going to
Yeah.
try to do Daytona, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
If I get some big jobs, I'm bringing Holly. We'll bring big boy in the back over there. He's got to wear.
Now this big boy in the back over here has got to work.
We'll send him out.
She's
to
like,
do
you
some
can't go.
work. So,
He likes going, but I don't know if he would like to go and travel like that because it is hard like that. And we have 2 Great Danes, so they're just
oh
like
yeah, you got the
kids.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, and then our Chihuahua, which whenever I'm gone, he takes her to work with him because she's my baby. But like the Great Danes, it's hard to find a dog sitter for them.
Yeah, especially the
So-
big.
hmm
Yeah. I miss my boy John, my son. He goes, Jesus Christ, you don't never shut up. You talk to everybody that walks by you. I just want to make sure they know who I am. You know? He goes, like,
And they can't forget you. They can't forget you.
yeah.
You gotta build that rapport.
I met the lady that's running the show, and I go, look, I need a big favor. She goes, what's that, pink guy? I go, I might need a table, but and she goes, well, we'll see what happens. You got to sign these papers. So I made my son sign it. But then, Tyler's father came through, so.
That's good.
Yeah, that made my day when he said, oh, you could take, I got all this room. If you want it, take it. I'm like, I'll give you money. He goes, no. I'm like, beautiful.
Well, I hope you sell something, Sammy.
Me too.
Sell out, man.
Yeah.
So, Darren, can you show us anything for sale?
He's got monster
Yeah,
snakes. He's got ball python. And
I know. I'm excited.
So
I'm really excited.
I mean, this was a hot project. Still, Pastel Strangers.
Oh.
Smell, Het for Clown.
Oh my
wow.
God. Look how pretty that is.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That is
Last time-
gorgeous.
Last time you were showing snake, you had 3 hands holding them things. They were so big.
Oh yeah, the bigger females. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, look at that.
Black.
I've
I know.
2 males. 2 males. So
2 males in that. Well, he is amazing.
I like that black around the yellow.
I do too, Sammy.
yeah,
I
that
really
outline
do.
it.
Yeah. Ooh.
And let's see. Oh, if you guys, I have a paradox too.
Ooh. I like paradox.
Yeah.
That's the blackhead lav.
Hey, John.
This guy's up for sale too.
Oh, man, that's
Holy
nice.
Wow.
crap.
Holy shit.
Wow.
What
And
is
too
that?
bad you-
It's blackhead lav,
Blackhead lavender. Oh, wow.
lavender albino.
That is
Yeah,
so amazing.
paradox. His head stamp is kind of crazy too.
Yeah, it is. Look
Wow.
at that.
Man.
I would want that just as a pet.
Yeah.
It's a boy.
And too bad you can't produce that again, because I saw one like that, and the guy had it. He goes, no, it's paradise. I'm like, holy shit, you produce that? He goes, nope. I'm like,
So
man.
if anybody sees anything that he's showing off, you can reach out to him at Smokin Morphs on Instagram,
Yes.
and he will hook you up.
So this is a super banana pastel fire freeway.
Male or
It's
female?
like, this is a male.
Male.
Yep. So it is a female maker.
So pretty.
It's kind of hard to pick up the
The
I
yellow.
can see the yellows. Yeah.
I can see the yellow.
That's crazy looking. I've never seen a super banana just on cameras.
This is I have 3 of these that came out of that clutch, and they're all 3 males. So what else I got? Look at this.
Now, how much are you selling them that banana male there?
500.
Okay.
500. So this is fire banana. It's either asphalt or yellow belly.
Male again.
Yes. Wait. You know what? Hold on. Let me take that back. Oh, this is a female.
Chris.
This is a
Chris.
female.
Chris.
That's a female.
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Look, she looks kind of purple from here.
Yeah, she's has a real lavender color.
Yeah. I got a candy lavender, and they're starting to turn purple, so she stood home.
Oh, the candies?
Yeah.
Oh. Have you seen the candy Enchi?
Nope.
You're about to.
Look
Oh.
at this.
He's grabbing that big one.
This is a male.
Nice.
Mm. That is a big
I like the candy gene.
Yeah.
Our dog's out there barking, wanting inside.
Then what else I got? Oh, female blackhead pinstripe
Ooh.
head hypo.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's a decent size, well started female.
She is pretty.
Get a full stripe out the back.
Wow, that's nice.
At Hypo.
Yep, they took all the pinning out. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is.
That female's $200.
There you go, Sammy.
Yeah.
Sammy's wanting to hit that hypo hard.
Yeah, well, hopefully a lot of my snakes go this year. I got a lot of hypo going. Pie hypo, NG, orange dream, yellow belly, hypo.
Yep.
So what I was doing is I got pairings on the Xanthic clown hypos. I'm doing that.
Ooh, nice.
But I did do this pairing was a blackhead hypo ringer gene to a disco pinstripe inchy hypo. So those are lilac animals. Inchy and blackhead are lilac, so there'll be no normals, everything hypo.
That's cool.
Gotta give the baby some milk.
He is not a happy camper right now.
I hear you.
No, he isn't. I have some cryptic stuff I'm letting go too.
What's up, Patrick?
Patrick, what's up?
What's
Got that
going
cool
on,
shirt You
guys?
gotta represent.
You know, I just got
Oh,
off
man.
work, man. It's a comfy shirt.
There you go.
What's up, man?
What's up, brother?
This is cryptic inchy. This is a male too.
Wow. Why does that still look hypo though?
I don't know. It's just the way he came
God,
out.
I love Krypton. Is that cryptic or Krypton?
Cryptic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at the eye stripes. Yeah, man.
And like I said, anybody you see anything you want to buy, hit him up on IG at Smokin Morphs.
How many snakes you got, Darren? I see a lot
Breeders
of
are babies. Breeders are babies.
breeders.
Breeders, a little bit over 100. Subadults, almost 60.
All right.
Wow.
Now you got a whole bunch of babies too. Now can you breed you breed year round?
No, I don't. This is my season just started. I should have my first clutch in March.
Okay.
Wait, so if you like hypo, check this out.
Ooh. Oh my
This isn't for
God.
sale. This is one of my females that I'm growing up right now.
Oh,
This
of course.
GHI hypo, blackhead, Regine.
Wow, she's beautiful. I love her.
You
Like
sure
the
you
doors
don't want to
like
sell her,
doing
man?
fish hooks or
No.
something on there.
Uh-uh.
Nice. I got a GHI pastel female, and I put her in with a pastel black chocolate.
Watch. Look.
You did my boy.
What else I got?
Patrick, you got anything for sale?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I do.
do have some Xanthic stuff.
Ooh. What line?
VPI.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
This is an Xanthic Skelis head.
A what?
Exanthic Skelis head.
Huh. That's
She's like
pretty.
missing all these scales on her head.
Yeah. That's really pretty.
That whole
that?
clutch is almost all females.
Dang.
What's that, Patrick?
Oh, bamboo leopard disco.
That thing looks hypo too. I think it's just the cameras tonight. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I just got a bunch of black or bamboo stuff come available. They're eating good.
Very nice. Oh, good, John. John said he's following you now.
On IG?
Yes, sir.
So do you think you sell more on? Are you on Morph Market also?
Yeah, Morph Market.
You think you sell more on Morph Market or one of your other socials?
You know what? IG's been doing pretty good,
Really?
but I do sell more on Morph Market. This is a Lav Het Pied female.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
I knew it. I knew it.
You for sale?
Yeah, she's for sale.
Oh, yeah. What you got? What you got? How much?
200.
So I get,
There you go. This girl's for sale.
200 shipped. 200 shipped.
all right.
What
200
is that?
shipped.
Gravel Spark, 100% het pied,
Oh,
but it is a
That's-
female.
that's beautiful. I don't have any gravel.
Well, you should take this. Sure, we can work
Oh.
something out.
That would be amazing. She's pretty.
Sammy, I have a bigger female too.
I'll
If
send her
want
to you
her,
for
got
the
two
low
different
low.
females.
Okay.
This,
I'll hit you up.
yep, this female is. Let me weigh her up.
I'll tell you what. I'll send her to you for $400.
Hey, I've got lots of stuff to pay for with HN tax.
$400.
You know how
Sammy,
it is.
she's
Anybody listening right now? $400.
she's 450 grams.
Did you hear that, Sammy?
Yeah.
450 grams. Austin's back there working.
Gosh, this is
I was trying to see if I can get my falsie to come out, but he is not happy with me right now, so I want to leave that one be. Let's see if I can redeem myself with this female.
this is the mother of my dreamsicle stuff.
Whoa, she is.
Oh, wow.
Dude, that snake is just about as big as you are.
Yeah, she's nice.
How much does she weigh?
You know what? I don't even know. I haven't even weighed her. I can't even tell you.
So, what is that?
It's just a pastel pie het for Lav.
Heard.
Nice and thick. I breed
Yeah,
my own
she is.
rodents,
That's
so
a big animal.
Darren, how long you been breeding snakes?
I got into it in 2011, and I grew everything up from babies.
2 years.
Okay.
So when I started picking up when the auctions were going around, and just slowly picking picking and choosing.
Right.
What else I got? I got some.
Now you breed your own rats?
Yes, I do. I do African field mice,
Yeah.
and then I do
African field mice. Where are you at? Are you in
He's in
California?
California, Patrick.
That's what I thought.
Okay. I was like,
Yeah, I heard the Cali boys. That's what they call them over there.
yeah, and then
I call mine African.
African.
That's what I call them, because the ones I got, man, they're like pit bulls. I gotta wear gloves when I try to grab them things.
Oh, yours are mean. Mine are nice, but sometimes they beat up the males. It's kind of crazy. They do. They beat up the males.
Yeah.
And then I do regular rats and mice.
You sell any? You sell any to anybody, or you just doing it for yourself?
No, I feed my collection.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jason, how is it going, bud? That's Jason that we got to meet that hung out with John and his mom and us.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yep. Jason, are you at work or are you at home? Because I can add you to the stage if you want to come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
Ooh, ooh.
so
You got
What's up, Mel?
Oh,
There's my
Look,
female.
Oh, that's the one that lunged out before, huh?
Yeah, she's starting to mellow out a lot. She's real sassy inside of the enclosure, but once you get her out, she's real cool.
She is beautiful.
Yeah, I love the bellies on these things. When they're young, they get like these dots, but
Mhm.
right now, this one's still young, so it has like a black belly. It's getting out of it, but if I can get her to show like her top end, they start to like as they grow, they get dots. The black, like they go from jet black to having like dots.
Yeah.
And she's starting to grow like a weed. She's getting real
I'm
long
surprised
on
to
me.
come out and just like calm, cool, and collected.
Yeah, well, I've been like kind of really trying to work with the hook a lot. That works a lot better instead of just snatching her out.
Right.
And so once I can get her like hooked up, then she's real chill.
That's
Right now she's still on edge, but it's okay. Like she's got that tail ready to go. These things when they
What-
tail whip, it is not fun.
Yeah. What interview did you catch, John? 403 Fauna? Yep. That's cool. He's a nice guy. Mark, I believe is his name. I am terrible with names if y'all already don't know that. There's a lot of people in the snake industry and, you know, try to remember everybody is really hard.
Yeah,
oh
for
no,
real.
it's definitely hard. Yeah, names. Yeah, terrible with names.
Oh shit.
jump on with us. Holly's show.
Sammy, what do you have going on over there?
I'm trying to get people to jump on.
Oh,
Yeah, this one's about to
He's
go in the
networking.
shed again.
I just text KG if he's not doing nothing to hop on. And Keith.
KG.
hey, gee. I hadn't got to talk to him in a while.
Where's Chris at? Did he have a show today?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I thought maybe he was working a oh, he did work a show today, I believe.
Yeah, he probably tired as shit.
Oh,
Balls
sure.
deep. I don't know, but I think he's pretty close to
Sacramento.
yeah. So Jason's in California too.
What part of California?
Jason, what part of California are you in? I know he's at the Pomona show is all I know.
Oh, is he Southern Cali?
He'll answer us in just a second.
There, did you get to go to Miguel's on that Monday?
Yeah, I went to Miguel's. It was pretty cool. He did that live, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Next year when we go down to California, Holly, we're gonna stay to Monday. We might stay to Tuesday.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm down, Sammy. You know it.
If Big E wish he would have stayed too.
Yeah.
It was cool. Just going to check out his facility and what he had, and you know what his pairings are, what's going on. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So I've been following him for like since I started buying snakes. So I told him at the show, I said, dude, I've been texting you for 2.5 years. And I showed him the text. He goes, oh, you got a shirt for me? I go, no.
I have it on video.
Yeah, I said,
It's funny because
yeah.
when he first got DG Clown, the guy who first produced it was GX3, He owns a reptile store out here, right?
Yeah.
And he paid $3,000 for it. Shoot, that was 2016, maybe 2017, way back then. And I was like, I seen him there, and he was like, "Man, why do you ever say anything?" I was like, "I'm not gonna fanboy out." I was like, I seen when you grabbed that up, and you're out there with your camera and everything, and that was when he was vlogging at shows,
Right.
So,
Mhm.
but then he ended up selling it for $10,000 right after
Oh
that.
wow.
Wow.
Mm.
When DG Project just took off.
Wow.
That's Canova started doing DG projects, and then he started doing it. You got two big boys doing it.
I mean, yeah, one of the things is that Justin's really, really good at marketing those animals.
Right.
Good deal, Jason.
Good boy. Oh, goodness.
This thing where
Who do we have there?
This is my boy. Oh, that boy. This is Reef.
Oh, how cute. I think Bobby locked off, or
I just ate a handful of mushrooms right before I jumped on, and they're really starting to kick in. I'll be back in a minute.
you know you bet.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
he didn't even decide, hey, I'm a microdose a little bit. I just took a whole bunch. What, 3.5 grams? What, how much you eat? Like,
He took
Yeah, I just took a handful of mushrooms.
yeah.
he's like, you guys are just moving too much.
Right, yeah. Darren, I
colors.
forgot your wife's name.
Alicia.
Alicia. I've seen her in the
Yeah,
background. Is she
She
busy?
keeps walking back and forth. She's talking to her friend on the phone and showing her stuff. I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Oh, that's
Did she
cool.
go back inside? Yeah, she went back inside.
Now you have the snakes inside your house in the basement, or
No, I have a tandem garage, so it's 3-car garage. So I shut off one side, put the snakes in here, and then outside I got the rodents.
okay.
So I was
Heck
like,
yeah.
I went. Okay, so COVID, I used to always buy my rodents for the longest time. I'm like, I'm not breeding those things. I'm good. COVID hits. You get those people, breeders that I was really actually buying for years. So many people started getting in, they couldn't supply everybody. So it was like, you can only grab so many. What? You can only get this size. Really? And I'm scrounging and finding other people that are breeding them. And, you run into the problem where these guys out here, they'll feed dog food. Old Roy dog food, to the rodents. And then they'll get, not even just having mites, but they'll get these little things on their ears. Man, my snakes, they won't touch them. They won't touch them if they're like that. So it was like, I got to do something. So I built all my own racks, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pick up so many, start off with this, and just keep going. So I went with free to breeder tubs, and that's all she wrote. I do construction, so building was easy.
Me too.
It was easy.
I do construction.
Yeah. So now I'm a paper pusher in the office because I schedule all the cranes, and that's it. But yeah, being out in the field for doing it for 20 years, it's a toll. When you get up there a little bit older, I'm not straining my back anymore.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
I'll be 62 this year, and I've been doing this since I was like 18.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My knees are killing me.
Yep.
And then
Hey,
back in the
Charlie.
day, lifting weights,
Charlie.
not caring, and just playing sports. I've been put back together with bolts and screws.
What's up, Charlie?
Charlie.
I'm gonna send some sheds to you pretty soon. I got quite a few that I've been holding on to. Yeah. I have one female. The first female I tested, this female's 2022. Yeah, she's coming at me. She's a good eater.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
How was that, leopard?
Yeah. So she's pastel yellow belly. Super pastel yellow belly leopard.
Wow, it's nice.
And I'm thinking that she might have stranger in her, so we'll see if she pulls it off.
Ooh.
Now you produced that yourself, or you bought that?
No, I bought it. I picked it up from Rich McCall.
Okay.
This female also proved out to be double head clown pie.
Nice.
So
Wow.
I was like, yeah,
That's the way
I won with her.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I want to produce, a lot of clown pies. You know, leopard. You know, something that's crazy looking.
Yeah.
So
I mean, clown pies is kind of getting a little bit of bad rap, but I get it. You know, all these genes that we have that are double recessive that people have already been working on since 2015. Now we're getting to the point where they're produced more. So when you get that base, just a clown pie, people are like, oh, well, it dropped in price. Well, of course it did. More people have produced it. So now you have to stack those genes on top to get that value to go up. So I don't know if you guys seen the lace clown pies or the lace pies. Oh man, those things are so bright.
yeah.
So nice.
I'm getting a male lace clown from Phil at Finger Snakes. Is that what it's called?
Finger Snakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, when that thing comes in, I think he's gonna pretty much go to everything when he gets old enough.
Let him go. I got one from Aussie, a lace, but he's pastel lace, which I'm not scared of pastel, but it's pastel lace clown. I'll show you.
I
I'm
just
from
don't
Aussie.
like. I don't like pastel in my clown stuff. Is the only
I'm
thing.
picking up a female here.
Bye, Charlie. Have a good one.
I don't either, but if you see the way he looks,
Oh yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
See, I
and
like
you can
what
still
they-
see his head stamp.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
See, I like that yellow.
That big
So
blue.
when you have pastel just in clown by itself, it doesn't look that great, you know. But
Yeah.
with lace, I didn't mind. I had to jump on it.
Yeah, I
had
would
to.
have to.
And the price that he was, yeah, I was like, ah.
Yeah.
So, and then I picked this female up because I want to make the white lace clowns.
Oh yeah.
Pick this female up she's about to go through the shed, from Bob. This is just a lace head clown female.
Nice.
Wow.
Very nice.
Yeah. But watch this. When you add yellow belly to lace,
Oh, it pops.
yes, it does. And she just shed. Cool. This female's 2022 also. She's 1,200 grams. Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Mm.
She is beautiful. So you
It
see,
almost looks white lace.
Yeah.
in the it's outlined.
Right.
Yep.
Look at that.
She's
That
a
whole
monster.
belly pattern.
Oh,
It's nice. So even if I do the yellow belly lace, clowns look crazy. So if I turn around and breed her to that clown male, I'm good to go. So
heck yeah.
when you add lace to Mojave,
I love the contrast on that.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Nice.
It really lightened it up too.
it did a lot. A lot. I like the lace gene. First one I seen with the lace gene was Aussie. But when I seen it from Aussie, it was like $1,000 for a single gene lace. At that time, I was like, God, that's a lot for a snake. I was like, just fearful. And I wish I would have got into it then.
I'll tell you, the person I was most surprised about what they have in their racks, I guess, was KG. Like, shocked.
Yeah.
He started pulling out those snakes, and I was like, dude, I did not know.
The LC, when he starts really producing those and letting those go,
Mm.
I'm telling you. So just that gene with fire, oh my gosh. So Bob has this gene. he's so-called calling it a crackhead right now, but I don't know if he's going to keep the name. But that fire looks crazy. So even if I was thinking like, man, if I just picked up the LC from KG and then the crackhead from Bob, take those together and just add fire into it, it'd probably be something so crazy. I was like, just that one gene for both of those animals look crazy. I like it a lot.
Yep.
I like it a lot.
He showed a lot of stranger stuff when I was there, so.
We picked up a snake for him. What was it? For KG.
So yeah, so mine, I got a male Inchy Desert Ghost Motley from him.
Yeah, I seen that on the table.
Yes. Oh, he's pretty too. No, he's not.
And what I picked, I bought one for him too, right? Oh, that's the same one.
Yeah, that's the picture I sent you this last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, just even that. I think the Motley gene, it really hasn't got to where it needs to be, you know, and I like that gene. So just the fact that not everybody's in it, wait until you start producing. Plus, he already has DG in there, and you got it with DG. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll be pairing him with our puzzle female that's het DG. So, or she's puzzle het DG. So,
yeah, the puzzle DG stuff is going good. So, ultimately, like when you see the white lace, and then if you see a DG clown, the white lace clown, I feel looks better than a DG clown.
Really?
So yeah, so I'm really thinking about just pushing the white lace into any of those clown projects and any of the puzzle projects.
Now, what was this?
You should see how fast Jason is going in dishes so he can play with his friends.
I need to send him the link. So I don't know if you got to meet Jason in Pomona, but he is such a nice guy. When I met him, it was just like, oh, bet. And
What's his,
he bought me,
name?
well, the auction, a wasp.
Oh, yeah, he got this, yeah. That's the one that delivered the snakes to you, right? Is that the one?
No, that's Zach. He works, he has his own business, plus he does Husbandry Pro. So.
Yeah, you know, Husbandry Pro, they were auctioning off a lifetime subscription, and somebody got it for $400. You know how big of a steal that is?
Yeah.
That's a big steal.
Oh yeah.
Natalie, whatever you want to do. That's funny. Yeah, Robert is such an amazing guy. Zach is too. They were both super nice. That was the first time I met them, and I'm actually going to be working the Dallas show with them. So, and they're one of the channel sponsors also.
So is Husbandry Pro? Is it Canadian based or is it United States based?
It's just internet based. I mean,
but are they originally from?
Oh, okay. Robert's from Canada. Zach is here in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they're two peas in a pod. They're funny guys, man. Funny guys. Uh-oh. Sean said, Austin, aren't you supposed to be on diaper duty?
Yeah.
He's got him.
Oh, that's his twin.
Oh, same. Oh, I know it. He is. So his name is, I call him Tate because that's his name, but they call him by his first name. So what is it, Austin? I can't remember. Hey, how are you doing?
His name is Balin. Sorry, I was on mute.
Balin Tate.
Are you
I
going
just
to
love
bed
that
too?
name.
Huh,
Tater salad.
Oh, tater salad.
Oh my God, look at him. I can smell baby in my nose. Bobby's like, no.
Yeah, this is spitting image right here.
Yes, he is.
Man, I remember when my son was born. I got so sick to my stomach, I threw up.
Oh man.
Yeah. It was just a weird feeling. But after that, the other ones didn't even count. It was like, whatever. But that first one, you're just like, so sick. I'm like, why am I throwing up?
Right.
That's funny.
That same with me when I had my first daughter. I looked over and I saw that blood. I'm like, oh shit.
No, Sammy.
Then it was funny because I'm sitting there and they go, it's ready. I said, all right, where we going? They took the bed apart, opened the closet, everything fell out. I said, oh shit, we staying here? He goes, yep. I'm like, I thought we had to go to another room or something. Then my daughter was born real small. She was like 5 pounds, 8 ounces. So they had her like in an incubator next to this baby, and he was huge. He was 10 pounds, so many ounces. I'm like, holy shit, whoever had that baby must have been screaming.
Yeah.
The husband's right on the side of me. I'm like, he goes, oh, that's my baby. I said, oh, I'm sorry. Compared
I was a
to
small
mine,
baby.
mine was 5 ounces. That was 10. Oh my God. I'm like, holy shit.
He's like bigger than a football.
My son was small, and now he's like 6'3", 250. You know,
Is that Jason or James? I'm sorry,
Sammy.
Sammy.
I got
Sammy
a lot of,
Jr.
I got a lot of kids.
How many kids do you have, Sammy?
Well, my first wife had 2 kids, James and Jesse. So I raised them 2 kids. Then I had 2 of my own. Then after a while, I got divorced. Met a girl with 7 kids. I was with her for 10 years. Raised some of her kids. And then she drove me nuts, and I said I had to go. So,
You sure it wasn't the 7 kids? That's a lot of kids.
no.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm good friends with the kids still. You know, one is in California. I called them up.
Yeah.
And then one of them works with me on and off. The little one, he was 4 years old, and I raised him, showed him how to make money, sent him to a technical. He's an electrician now. He's the one that, he's the one that was going to Tinley with me. He was going to Dallas with me. He was going everywhere with me. Good dad.
Yeah,
That's
same.
funny. Man, you better jump on here.
Yes. So I had, like my friends used to, when I first was going out with the lady, her name was Doreen. She had 7 kids. So we went to a party and they go, Sam, next time give us a clue. We'll give you 2 tables. Your 7 kids plus the other 4 kids. You're like the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, no.
Tom's
That is a real blended family. Blended family for real.
So, but we all went to Puerto Rico one year. All of them. 7 plus Mike, everybody. We had a good time.
That's a lot, dude. That is a whole lot.
So I was separated from my wife 19 years. Went back with her. I'm living with her now. I did a complete circle.
My grandfather, my great grandfather, he did the same thing. My grandfather tells me the story. They were separated for 13 years and they got back together again.
Yeah.
Wow.
My daughter
Here
got
I am
married,
over here.
and then me and my wife was, like walking down the aisle with, I said, look, they're like, we're going to get married again. She goes, shut up. And then after that, we just started, seeing each other a little bit here, a little bit there. And then the kids said, you guys should get back together. That way, when we have a party, you can both come. And then my daughter had a baby, and I wanted a daughter. And she was born. After that, we just clicked in. And, my little granddaughter, she loves snakes. She loves the rats. She does everything with me, So
that's cool.
She's my heart and soul.
Your sidekick.
My sidekick, yeah.
There you go.
Here I am, and people ask how many kids I have, and I'm like, 1. Oh.
Don't worry, you're getting started.
Yeah.
Getting started.
And
remember,
this is
after
the bad part. When the kids get big, you said, all right, they all left the house. Then they start having kids, and now you got grandkids in it. So it's like a complete circle.
Yep. Absolutely.
I really actually think it's better to have them closer together because my first 2 are 2 years apart, but then the last one is 6 years apart from everybody else. So she's like just getting started, and it's that gap was just too big. I really actually like having them closer together.
My kids were 2 years apart.
Yeah.
I got
2
all
years
y'all
is
beat.
perfect.
Make it so bad that
What-
my daughter was, when I got married, my daughter was in my wedding. She was the ring girl.
Yeah. My kids are actually the first two were just like 10 or 11 months apart.
Oh, that's
And then the third one was the same way.
hey,
Wow.
see what happens because right after she's just as fertile, even more fertile than what she was before then. So you can have one back to back. So watch out, buddy. Back to back, Austin, it's coming.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Did you stop? You
No, I
sure
stopped
didn't
at
stop. I know
3.
you didn't stop.
I stopped at 3. I didn't want no more. I said, tie them
Yep, I
up.
agree.
Yeah, then now I would like to have another one, which I can't, but he's like, no, we're done. We'll have grandkids eventually.
Yeah. They're coming.
That's like my son. My son, we're supposed to meet my son's girlfriend's parents. I'm out here selling snakes. I go, are you coming to dinner with us? I said, nah, I'm going to go sell snakes. I got to go make money. You guys go have a good time.
That's great.
So if they ask any questions, just say my dad is crazy. He's out selling snakes somewhere. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I get whenever people hear that I have snakes. It's like, what? Why would you do that? You know?
That's a thing. That's what I hear. That's a thing. Oh,
Yeah.
it's more than a thing. You know, it's such a thing that people are meeting people in parking lots for rats to feed their animals. Like that's how big of a thing it is.
Yeah.
You're out there doing drug deals, cops driving by. You're like, yeah, I'm just picking up some rats.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like me. I used to raise birds. And they go, how you went from selling birds to selling snakes and raising rats? Like they don't birds, snakes.
Snakes. Yeah.
You know? I'm like, I got bored and I was watching YouTube. I watched Billy, Miguel,
Yeah.
and I kept telling my wife, one day I'm gonna do that. That looks real easy. I'm gonna do it. And then, I went to one of my friends called me up. He goes, "Oh, you still got the birds?" I said, "Yep." I said, "Dude, you know a lot of people. You know anybody with snakes?" He goes, "Yes, a guy that lives 20 minutes from you. He's got like 600 snakes. Give me his number, his address." I went there, and I swear to God, every tub he opened up, I said, "Okay, I'll take it."
So he was really actually the first facility that you checked out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I went there. In 2 hours, I spent $15,000.
He said,
I see you in a couple weeks. I got to go home and sit down. I went home. I was pure white. My wife goes, "What's wrong with you?" I go, "None." She goes, "Don't tell me you ain't bought snakes." I'm like, "Eh." She goes, "How many?" I go, "I don't know." You know, I said, "I don't know how many snakes I bought." You know, so she just went nuts on me. Then I didn't have nowhere to put them. I didn't have no tubs. Nothing. I just went and bought snakes. And then I go, "Can I bring the snakes home?" She goes, "Are you crazy?" So I told my daughter, I said, "I'm taking half of your garage."
I think the first facility I ever been to was Freedom Breeder.
Oh,
because Freedom Breeder is only like 2 hours from me, and stepping in and seeing just the rooms that they had lined up and breeder rooms, grow out rooms, it was like, wow, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. This is it. I think I posted up a picture, and I'm over here holding a big old snake. Thought I was lost. I was in the field day. It was so cool to go in there and check everything out.
I just like that.
Did you spend 15,000 though?
No, but I spent real close because I bought 2 banana females. I bought a Freedom Breeder rack at that time. So the banana females at that time, they're $2,000 a piece. And then I turned around and bought a Freedom Breeder rack. Yeah. They were, man, that was really actually the downside when it was starting to drop, because they were a lot.
And I just got my banana not even a month ago. My first one, because I was like, I don't want it. Ended up with a mahogany banana clown.
Mahogany? Well, yep, because you went dark with it. So anything that goes dark with banana brings out that purplish color in it.
Yeah, he's
It's-
beautiful.
That's one thing where people kind of, if they, I know banana gets a bad rap, not as bad as pastel, but close enough, you know. But if you take that dark gene to banana, it makes it pop to me.
Yes.
It makes it
Yep.
really pop.
I got
It's just like the lavender stuff, putting blackhead and stuff to it. You know, it just makes
Yeah.
it purple. I
Yeah.
love it.
one of my snakes looked purple, that the Candido or Candy, and then they were all yellow and white. And then I, looking at the snakes and all that, and I was taking pictures. I didn't have my glass on, so I couldn't see none. So I sent the pictures to my wife, and she goes, "Wow, this snake is really purple." I go, "Let me see that." I throw on the glass. Oh, she ain't going nowhere. She's staying here. So,
Jason, I sent the link to your Instagram.
I love the purple. I got that calico banana female, and she's got more genes. I bought it from Babu.
Yeah.
Just because of the purple and the yellow and the white, man, it stands out. So this year I put Orange Dream GX pie, het pie, but 100% pie male. And then they gave me a couple lots. They wanted me to throw some dark genes into her. Get that shit to pop out. So
The calico going back to banana looks nice too. I like that.
I'm gonna be working.
I don't guess I've ever seen one.
I'm gonna be working a lot of calico on everything.
So check this out. This is
I can't check it out. Then I want to buy it.
No.
He said it ain't for sale.
No, she ain't for sale.
All right, good.
So this is just Orange Dream Sugar, which is just like the calico. But look at how that pattern just ended up.
Yeah, orange.
Just two genes, simple.
And it's all crazy patterns.
Yeah, look at the orange is coming in at the bottom, but it just made it a real crazy pattern.
That does.
Just two genes. Sometimes we don't need a bunch of genes and stuff, but simple.
What's up, John?
What's going on, guys?
I'm raising a normal female that I got her. I call her the $20 snake because I bought her for $20. She's a normal female. I'm gonna try to throw a crazy male to her, see what happens. Some with a lot of colors.
With a lot of genes stacked in.
Yeah.
I think normals are good for dinker projects too.
Yeah.
To see if you have something, but also taking to Mojave is one of the things you'll see too.
I don't have a normal. I have close, maybe, I guess. Just like a 2 or 3 gene. Oh, Sammy's going to show some snakes off now, I guess.
No, I'm gonna get some water.
I
don't want to mess with no snakes.
What? Why not?
I don't know.
Yeah, enough from the show.
Yeah, maybe I'll take one out. Let me see if I can take one out.
Yeah, look at there. Got him too anyway. Sean, did you work today?
No, I did not. Our oldest was sick all day to the point where my wife took him to the ER.
Oh.
So I was home with the twins, and then we kept busy all day, and then we went and had dinner and everything since he's feeling better. So we're just winding down now.
Yeah.
Twins.
Better, man. That sucks when your kids are sick.
Yeah, like I said, he's to that point. He's 14, going on 30, and he's got my stubbornness where you ask him what's wrong, and he says nothing, and I'm an early bird, so he got up this morning and he walked out of his room at 7 o'clock. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, something's going on if you're up already.
There is Jason. What's up, man?
How's
Hey, everybody.
Do you have the Sammy shirt on too?
I do, because he gave me one.
Oh my goodness, he's gonna be so happy.
I thought I'd get my pink vape to match.
Oh hell yeah!
What you got going there? The strawberry ice?
It's a sour apple blow pop.
What's up, guy?
Black cherry.
Fuji ice over here.
So, what do you got there, Sammy?
So the mother was a pastel inchy leopard, and the father was a het clown, het lavender.
So it's a, let's see the head.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Pastel.
Yeah.
Pastel, and then she probably caught the heck clown because of the influence on it.
Yeah. So
He's fat.
this one was born in May. She's a
That one
bone.
has some pie tracks.
That's what I was thinking too. I wasn't going to say it.
I don't know. So this is the stomach.
Further by the tail, it looked like it was tracked pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely got trucks.
Yeah, so they're pretty cold. That's why I went up and turned the heat on.
Oh, okay.
Can you turn it down, honey? It like.
So these guys eat like pit bulls. They were born May 28th.
Huh? I don't know.
So
So, Sammy, did you see anything at the show you wanted to buy?
well, I bought a snake a couple months ago, so hopefully he said he was gonna bring it and drop it off to me. I bought a leopard clown pie, female.
Oh, from Tony.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Tony who?
no, not Tony. There's another guy. I don't remember his name, but Tony. I bought that Mandrim. It was a Mandrim calico. I bought from Tony.
Het pie, didn't it?
Yeah, het pie. Yeah.
Oh, from Hardwire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony's pretty cool.
Yeah, I bought a couple snakes from him.
Like
Yeah, he just did a big auction yesterday, right, or something?
Yeah, they were doing
Yeah.
it today too, but you got to have some kind of code to get in.
Yeah, I went to the website and it got to the point where I had to like set up a whole account and everything. I was like, I don't have time for this. I'm like, I'll just buy it off his morph market.
Yeah,
Right.
I was wondering how all of that was gonna go because like I'm not super tech savvy, and I was like, oh man, this sounds like a lot of hoops to jump through for most people. I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
but once you get something down and you're used to it, like once you get into that auction and you buy something and
It was
it's
funny
a
'cause-
regular thing, it'll be all good. But it doesn't surprise me that some people were dissuaded from going the full distance.
He sold a redhead. What was it?
Clown.
A redhead fire yellow belly, I think, for like
Clown?
$200.
No,
I don't think it was that
Nice.
anything. Yeah.
Oh, who cares?
Yeah,
It's
that's all
redhead.
You can
Yeah.
make its offspring hit something. That's pretty
Yeah.
They
good.
had a clown that was like worth like $3,000. He goes, oh, this got to start really high. So somebody started at 200. He goes, we got to bring it up. It sold at 750. The thing was worth like $3,000.
Was it the clown gravel trick?
Yes. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
my.
And
I seen that on his website, and I was like, man, I should grab that right off the website.
I didn't know you had to have so I yelled out, like he was on Instagram. I go 200. Some lady goes, I don't think they could hear you. You got to go on some kind of a different website. I'm like,
Yeah.
So I said, all right, well, I saved myself some money.
I'll tell you, I was just watching the auction tonight.
Right.
That like Anthony Soto was a part of, and
Yeah.
dude, he put up 2 lots of 10 males for starting price $500.
$500. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
Yeah, I saw those.
I'm like, dude, I don't need males that bad, but I was just like, you could buy 2 or 3 of them, and like, I'm not that type of person where I'd flip them, but for somebody, you could buy the whole lot for $500, flip the other ones that you don't want, and it was ridiculous.
Right.
He's kind of making a killing because I've seen that he's kind of he produces quite a few animals, and he's just on these
Hey, Chris.
auctions. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah.
Let them
Anthony
go.
does like 800 hatchlings a year.
That is crazy. It's crazy.
It seems like he churns out a lot. Like when you have groups like that to offer, like that second grouping
put
of
this
males
snake
had
away.
a desert ghost het clown male in it. He was really pretty.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I actually have one of his Desert Ghost het clown males. It was almost identical to that, and yeah, Anthony creates some phenomenal stuff. Like I got my pastel Stranger Lesser clown male from him. I'm gonna send the shed up to Charlie because it's possible a het hypo too. I joke around with Anthony like you should start calling me Reptile Creations North because like I have so many of his animals. It's insane.
That's cool, Chris.
I picked up a redhead het clown male from him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anthony's good people.
Now? Can you show him off? Oh, I love me some redhead.
He was saying his rodent bill today. He mentioned to someone is $1,000 a week. I was just like,
Fuck that.
Yeah, because Anthony doesn't breed his own rodents. Yeah, he buys every week.
It was getting up to $600 a week for me. That's why I was like, I'm breeding my own.
Yeah,
And that
absolutely.
with bedding and feeding, it's $500 a month for me.
Yep.
And I'm able to keep my snakes nice and
I
fat
can't wait
and
to
not have
see
to
this
worry
here.
about.
Yeah, not have the stress of like,
Oh my God, look how pretty that
filling
is.
orders.
Oh yeah, come on. He does not want to work with me.
Is he breeder size yet?
No, he's not. He's only maybe 300 grams.
He almost looks like a little bit mahogany in that lighting.
Yeah, he does. But the pattern's a little bit different. Look, I got a female. A female. She came out of my mahogany stuff, but she's not. I don't think she's mahogany. She just looks a lot different.
Oh, she does.
So I was like,
definitely, yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna hold on to her just to see what she's gonna be because she just came out of that.
Huh.
I'm like, she's not normal. She's a little bit lighter. Pattern's a little bit different, but she's definitely not mahogany.
Yeah, definitely not.
So I was like, female. I'll put her in a rack, feed her.
Yeah, she looks good.
I mean,
so Darren, how close are you to like the convention center and like Arco and stuff like that?
25 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you in California?
Yeah, I'm in SoCal, but I grew up in Sonoma and Marin County by the Redwoods, and I would go to like Sacramento shows, and sometimes I would cross the bridge to like go fishing or visit somebody. And as soon as you get on, what is it, like the 510 freeway? Is that what it is? Man, people are driving like 90 miles per hour.
It's even the 80 people will do that. 90 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour, and if you're in a fast lane and you're going 65, oh, you need to get out the way. Get out the way. Just move. People are ready to go.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I grew up more towards the coast than inland.
Yeah.
It's perfect out there by the Redwoods.
Yeah, the Redwood is pretty nice.
Have you gone out there like Armstrong Woods, Jenner, and all that?
Yeah, I've been out there. We used to even go out there for wrestling tournaments. So, wrestling's pretty decent over there.
You ever go to Bakersfield wrestling tournaments?
Oh, Bakersfield, Bakersfield, Fresno. They're tough kids in those areas. Now, you know what? That kind of changed. The dynamics changed because SoCal now in California, they're really actually coming up and beating a lot of these kids in Central California. It's like Clovis and Buchanan were like number one for a long time. Now you only see like maybe one or two kids ranked in the state.
Wow.
It's coming.
Crazy.
SoCal, everybody from SoCal is coming up. Especially
putting
from
HGH in the water.
Yeah. Probably. Who knows?
I didn't get into like middle school. I remember the first tournament I went to, the first kid I wrestled. I mean, it was quick.
So
I
Holly,
was disappointed.
your
And
husband's
my
name.
coach was like,
What's
man,
his
that
name?
kid's been wrestling since like, he was like 4.
Yep.
Been state champion the last like 4 years running your weight class.
What was that, Jason?
What's your husband's name? I always see him in the background. He's smiling, he's supportive, but I haven't really heard him talk too much. From
Bobby.
the videos I've watched. Bobby.
Yeah.
What's up, Bobby?
what?
What do you think, Bobby, about all this snake business?
I love it.
Yeah.
I don't have as much time in it as she does because I work during the day, and then when I get home, it's just like we do what we got to do, and still, really learning everything.
I'm still learning. Never quit learning. Never quit learning.
So
that's one thing about this hobby. You never do. You always keep learning.
Yeah. So Bobby, you used to be in the military way back?
Yeah, I was in the military, and I've been a plumber for the last 20.
I can't count that high.
26 years.
Yeah, plumbers make good money. You make more than I do.
I've been fortunate. I was in service for the last 19 years, and then this last job I took, hired on with this company here in Oklahoma, and we plumb in Texas and Oklahoma, and I'm the Texas new construction manager.
So do you get, if you don't mind me asking, Bobby, you get like some sort of pension or some sort of benefits from having served in the military along with still like working?
No.
I mean, I enjoyed my time in the military, but really, I mean, it was just like, if you don't stay and retire, it really doesn't benefit you that much other than, you
don't have to put 20 plus years in to do that.
20 plus years. Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty much. Occasionally that they'll have certain certain jobs or something where they'll offer early retirement, but that's usually still 15 plus to get that.
There was a couple when my son wrestled, and their son was a senior when my son was a junior, and they were talking about both of them were retiring from the military and moving out of California and living off of their pension. And I'm like, how old are they? They were in their 40s, so I think they were 45 at that time. Yep. I was like, wow, I did everything wrong. I should be retired now.
Yeah, I was chatting with somebody on Morph Market about some snake, and he was same thing, moving out of state and finally preparing to retire from the military. He was going to get, I don't remember what the number was, but it was enough to live on. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go to another state. I'm going to sell everything I have. I'm going to go buy a different house, like more affordably, and just work part-time and be set. I was like, man, you deserve it. And he was retiring, I remember, for some reason, like at like 57, I think.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I was like, right
My
on.
stepbrother's been in the Navy since we graduated in 92, and he went into boot camp in July of 92, and he's been there ever since. Yeah. He actually he went in as an E1, was undesignated, just went to a seaman apprenticeship school, and then got out of that. He went out to the USS Kitty Hawk, who was on a 6-month deployment already. I think he hit him about mid-stride. I think they'd already been out 3 months, and then he got in good with one of the squadrons that were on the Kitty Hawk, and they got him shore-based to Miramar before it closed down. And then they sent him to school, and he made first increment all the way up to chief. And then once he hit chief, then he put in for his officer's candidate school and got selected to it. So he's now an officer.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Kitty hawk, huh? That sounds like a dangerous creature, a kitty hawk, like talons and wings.
So I'm actually from Kitty Hawk.
I was going to say, it's a cute little town in North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm actually from that area.
One of my friends retired. He was a fireman, and they gave him the golden handshake. He retired at 47.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he makes more money now being retired than he was doing working as a fireman.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he-
My brother did. He did 5 more years as a cop than he needed to do. He retired at 47,
Yeah.
and he did a little bit of private investigation after that, and he's just been living the dream afterwards.
Yeah,
He went to
I mean-
Florida, sold his house in Connecticut. So
No,
sold
he's still up here. He won't leave his grandkids. All the
Yeah.
grandparents are waiting for me to get done with my job, and when I can leave, then we're all gonna relocate.
Yeah. He don't have no kids, no wife or nothing. So he just packed his bag, moved to Florida. He's living large because he's got 3 houses. All the houses are paying for his new house, and he's a karate expert, so he's teaching karate at his house.
Oh,
There you
wow.
go.
Nice.
I'll never forget my uncle. He was a cop too. He retired at 42, and he lived to 89. He goes, I beat the system, kid. I beat the system.
I retired when I was 53.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I got a little bit of ways to go.
Just
I'll
a
have
couple.
I'll have the age at 51, but the time at 51. But I have to stay till I'm 55.
Oh yeah.
I work hard.
Yeah, well,
I work harder now than I did when I was younger, and I'm 60.
And you'll never get to
this is my
retire.
retirement program right here. I'm gonna retire in this garage. That's it. They're gonna
The
say
only good thing is I work part time and I get paid full time, so it's a
that's
bonus.
beneficial because you can really actually, really focus on your projects, your animals.
Exactly. Like
as kids, yeah.
on Monday, I'll work 3.5 hours. I'll get paid for the whole day. I'll come home, and then that's when I do my full clean on the rats and everything. And then Tuesday will be the same thing, and then I'll come in here. I'll spot clean, water changes, everything.
What you got in the racks?
Het monsoon stuff, clown pied stuff, a lot of freeway, highway stuff, and a shitload of clown.
So your het monsoons, what direction are you going with your het monsoons?
Right now I'm just working on hopefully this year getting my first visuals, and then I want to put my own genes into monsoon that nobody else has done yet.
What gene is that?
My jeans, he said. My jeans.
Honestly,
Levi jeans.
I want to work towards being the first one to try to make like a freeway monsoon.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so you mean I thought maybe you had a dinker project or something that
No, I don't have a dinker, but like everybody, the monsoon project it's so Bell gene heavy right now.
Yep.
Because that's where it originated.
It came from. Yep.
Yep. So
the hobby specials. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get away from that. So I want to make a visual, and then I have a pairing right now that'll hopefully make a freeway clown this year. So I want to get the freeway clowns up to size if it happens, and then pair that to a monsoon, make my own double heads, and go from there and everything.
I love the monsoon clowns. Now, so with your hets, are you able to? Have you really actually taken your hets and bred it to something else and able to choose out your hets from that 100% het?
I have not, because I've bought all my hets, but if you want to see a difference, I will show you. I will show you a het monsoon special compared to a special that's double het clown pod.
Ooh.
While he's looking for that, I'm gonna hop off, guys. I'm gonna wind
All
down.
right,
for
man.
the
I
night.
understand. I know you need some
Yeah.
rest.
You got that
got off
baby.
work at 6 this morning.
All right, Austin. I'll see you next week, man.
Later.
Have a
Later.
good one.
Now, you take a guess which one's a het monsoon.
Man, the one with your arm with all the tattoos.
Yeah.
Yep. Now that's
I'm
a
gonna show
pastel. This is an OD special.
Yep.
Oh my God. The camera's backwards. So this is a pastel special het monsoon.
Yep.
And then this is an OD special double het.
Yep. You can see the difference. The
Yep.
eye stripes too.
Yeah, that's what,
Oh, yeah,
that's what I was going to ask.
her eye stripes are thin as hell.
Yep.
Mm.
Nice. Yeah, it's good
Now,
looking.
And
what's
this
that
girl, this
yellow?
girl I got directly from Dave Green. So
Oh.
the double head clown pie, look how wide his eye stripes are.
Shows it.
Right.
Yep. You see the difference.
Yep.
Sean, what do you
Yeah.
got for sale over there, man?
Not much at the moment. When we did our whole back rack, not whole back. When we did our podcast, remember that girl I showed you, the banana asphalt? She actually laid the next day. So,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, I came home that Thursday and I had 8 eggs in the tub. So we got more banana freeways coming. I'm hoping to hit one without fire this year. That way I can keep that one back and then put clown stuff to that too.
Mm.
Does that het monsoon? Does it have a head stamp on it too?
She doesn't because the Bell complex washes that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
pastel, when you see the hets in the pastel will wash it out too.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. So I do have a male that's, I mean, he was sold to me at 66%. I bet every dollar I have that he's 100% because he has the same pattern. He's in with a female right now, but he's got that huge paw print on his head.
Mm.
Yeah, monsoon is coming along great.
Yep, that it is.
So I got I'm gonna add hypo into it. So I got a double het hypo monsoon. He's a special.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna look
And then-
great in hypo.
And then I picked up some DG double het monsoon from Justin.
Oh, very nice.
You've invested some money, Darren.
This is my retirement plan right here. This is it. I got to.
Yeah, I'm picking up on that. But you got some nice stuff. It seems like I recognize your name and like from little ads and stuff on social media a little bit. But this is the first time I've gotten to chat with you, get to know you a little bit.
Man,
You got to go big or go home.
Yeah, you do.
Jason, he was at the Pomona show too.
Yeah, lots of people were Holly, but I was just like, I couldn't see everything or meet everybody.
It's overwhelming. It is very overwhelming.
It is, and I get into to chatting with people. You know, I want to have fun in the moment with every experience, and I just can't fit it all in. And that's why, Holly, I texted you when I saw that you were like at the airport headed to the show. I'm like, well, I'm gonna make sure at least that I meet like this person and Holly. So yeah, and John, who's in the chat, he drives to the super shows from Fresno, and we get to hang out a bit. So we went and got breakfast. I like parked at the hotel, and then he came and picked me up and took me to where they were at, which was like Denny's, and then we just like prep for the show. And then once you walk in with a group of people, friends, family, whatever, it's just boom, disperse.
Yes.
You're going different directions, but we will catch up.
That was hard keeping up with Sammy because like Sammy's a talker. I'm just like, I'll talk for a few minutes and I'm out. Sammy will sit there and talk to everybody forever. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to keep walking and keep looking.
That's what
I see everything.
And then I would hear, Holly.
That's what my son got mad today. He goes, Jesus Christ, you got to talk to everybody that walks by? I go,
that's how you make sales.
I'm just trying to make friends. Make sure everybody knows. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's an environment that we all have a mutual interest in, and we're talking about learning stuff and always learning. Like that's what you do at those kinds of shows if you pay attention and interact. And I saw somebody who bred sand boas like years and years, like over 20 years ago. I bought a snake from him before, and he's since written a book, and I'm hanging out with him. I must have spent like an hour and a half just hanging out with him, one of the first tables on the right. And I was just like, I'm comfortable. I'm having fun. And I probably sold like 5 or 6 snakes for him. All these people come up and I'm just like getting them over their fears or explaining certain genes and like just interacting with people. And it was fun. And then the one snake I bought at the show, I got from him. I'm like, that's it. I'm just gonna
So
get
I want to
this.
know,
And
how is your sand boa doing? Because that was the first one I held, the one you won at the auction.
yeah.
And I want one so bad now.
Yeah, she is like, I think like 900 grams. Like she's huge. She's 10 years old and he a proven breeder, yet she didn't breed in the last couple years. And he has like over 50 pairs of Sandboa breeders. And he's just been sticking with it for I don't know, a quarter century or something. And so it was just kind of a no-brainer to get. He was offloading some stuff and it was just too good of a deal. The show had just started and I'd already missed out on like 2 other female breeders and a couple nice males. But he's just good people,
Yeah.
Some people come and go from the hobby, and he is stuck with this. He used to answer my questions and spend hours with me at reptile shows like Sacramento, Darren, like
Oh
San
yeah.
Mateo, San Jose, like all these places. And when I was younger and he's just a really good guy. And some people are in this for the animals.
Yep.
So he's stuck it through, and he's created some of the coolest sandboa morphs and genes that have popped out have been from his doing and pairing. And he's got cool stuff, and he's a cool guy. He's getting ready to retire. I'm not sure how old he is. I think he told me.
I think I know who you're talking about, because he had like the little display with all the little cups in it, and he had like a cell on them.
Yeah, like
he's the
old
one that was
school.
putting the snakes out of his pockets.
Yeah.
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 I never saw snakes like that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his snakes are always really like reasonably tame because he handles stuff a lot, and
Right.
and he keeps most of his breeders on sand, but you don't have to keep sand boas strictly on sand. They like it, but usually like aspen shavings are good enough. Easy to clean as long as they can tunnel through something. I like sand boas. They're not for everybody. They're a little derpy looking.
Yeah.
But it's really cool when you work with because I don't really work with bigger snakes. Over the years, I've never had a red-tailed boa or anything, or Burmese python. But sand boas give live birth and they stay a reasonable size. And rosy boas, I think the biggest rosy boa I ever raised was like close to 4 feet, like almost like king snake length. But they're still exotic. They're still cool. And sand boas, they have some variability, and some of them can be real pretty. Some of them can kind of muddy out a bit, but there's a lot of cool genes in with them now. And to just have a litter when you go, you take care of this snake and you raised it and you're pairing snakes, and then 4 or 5 months later you go in and you're checking on stuff, you're changing water, and then boom, there's a little baby just hanging out looking back at you. You're like, oh, and then you get to go through everything and like, how many are there? It's just like boom, instant little snakes. It's pretty cool.
That's the addicting part, especially when you go through your parents. You say,
Yeah.
okay, they're locked. You're like, yeah. Then you see ovulation. You're like, yeah. Then you got eggs. Yeah. Then you're like 55 more days.
And another 2 months.
Oh,
Here we go.
man. That
Here we go.
I hatched my first self-paired ball python clutch last fall, and I've had things like way back in the day, like chameleons, like some panther chameleons would take like 7-8 months for me to hatch in a hovebator. Constantly checking on them, and like maybe every like 3 months, maybe cutting one open. Is there anything going on in there? And and that's a long time. But that 58 days was so long. Oh my
Oh,
god.
I still come in here. I turn on the light in the incubator. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Check
okay,
the eggs.
everything's good. Yeah, I'm still looking. I'm checking the temperature of the egg box every day. You
I'm
would think it
doing
was
this
my first clutch. I'm like going nuts.
with the flashlight.
Yeah,
Everything good.
exactly.
No,
That's
Peeking
all
in.
it
All
is.
right, they all look good. We're good.
I am a bad crackhead because I'll be at work and I'm like, okay, I get home, I gotta check the eggs. I gotta check eggs.
Yeah.
First thing I do, nobody can tell me anything. What are you doing?
Yep.
Looking at my eggs, make sure they're all good.
I run right into this room. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that
There's
We're
was,
good. We're
we're
good.
good.
All right.
Yep.
that was
There's
my
Nobody's
some
first.
sweating. Nobody's going bad. We're good. We're all right. We're all right.
there's some
I'll be
people
going. I'm
daring.
sitting in my work truck. I'm like, okay, all right, we're still at 90. We're good. We're good.
There's some people, Darren, that will put like little cameras with like
Yeah.
Bluetooth connection, so
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
be at work, and I'm like, oh, okay, everything's enough.
See, and A,
There's a
I'd
water
be so
droplet.
bad. I'd be so bad. People are like, "What are you doing?" Looking at my eggs. What do you mean looking at your eggs? Yeah, here you go. There goes my eggs.
He's
They're like,
pipping.
"You're not
It's
doing anything."
pipping.
Do you
That
want
was
to
not
see
doing
the
anything.
time lapse of day 45?
They're like, one drop of water.
That was me
Yeah,
last year.
fun.
My first clutch. I went and opened the tub up. I said, "Oh shit, she got eggs." I went crazy. I'm like running around. I didn't have I had to run to Walmart, get everything, go back there. I was shaking. Then I go, okay, I put it in the incubator. I was going there every day.
Yep.
I turned on the light in the incubator. I said, I can't see it. Let me open the door. So like once every 3 weeks, before it start hatching, I gotta look at it, make sure the eggs are good. I'm like, all right, they're good. Then I can't wait for that 55, or I cut the eggs at 53. I can't wait no more.
Cut them. They're good. They're good. They're good.
I was
I was
tempted to cut the. I had a batch of eggs that came with the incubator that I got last summer, and I was real tempted to cut them. And I was like, oh, they should hatch before the Anaheim show. And the night before, they hatched. And I was like, if they don't hatch by the time I go to the show, when I get back, I'm cutting them right then and there. But I really like to. I mean, you'll save some snakes, but in reality, like ball pythons are going to hatch on their own if they're healthy.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I lean more towards waiting. I understand like the excitement and you want to see, and maybe every once in a while you can cut one, especially if they've already pipped. But I
Yeah. Now
I let my first clutch just pip and hatch on their own, and that was really rewarding.
once I see the first one pip, then I cut the rest.
That's what I was fixing to
absolutely.
say. They're getting cut. Once that person.
Yeah.
I know
What's
some
inside
people.
of there? What's going
Some
on?
people separate the eggs. I don't separate the eggs. I'll put them in a box all together. And I've
Yeah.
had babies pip from the bottom, pip up, and pip into the next one. And I'm thinking I had twins in there, but he pipped from the bottom, went all the way up. He went upstairs and just
Oh,
he's
okay,
gotta get out.
Oh, well, we're moving on up.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was really rewarding to just watch them, and it took a couple days for all of them to come out. And I put New Zealand moss all around the eggs, and I left them clumped together too. And the eighth egg, the top egg, had gone bad right away. And sometimes you won't notice that for a
Yeah.
good long time, or you'll see signs of it, but like I don't know what happened, but it instantly went bad. And
Yeah.
I took it out after 5 days, and it smelled so bad
It's the
after
worst.
5 days at 88.5
Worst.
degrees. I was a little
I
omelet.
that smell kills me so much. I'll look at that egg and I was like, that egg's going bad. But it starts to sweat and it's easy to take off.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
know that smell. Oh man, it kills me. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, hold my breath. Hold my breath. Let me just grab it, run, throw it away, and that's it. Because that smell,
Your
I
job.
can't do it.
And some of the sweat from that egg that went bad
Yeah.
got on another egg, like a wet locker room. Like all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, is it spreading or something? What's going on? And I was nervous, but I watched it, and in a couple days, it was fine. And then I
Fine, yeah.
basically checked on them I would say every 6 to 7 days. I would try not to. Some people believe that you shouldn't like burp the containers and that you
Yeah,
shouldn't give them
no.
any air. and I understand that, and that can work. But I've always felt from the many different types of reptiles that I've hatched in the past that it is helpful to get a little bit of fresh air in there and just be efficient with it. Like when you want to check on them, boom, do it. Just don't
Shit.
check on them every day, Sammy.
Man, the first couple eggs, I was checking, not every day, but I was checking once a week.
Sure.
I've done
So-
it both ways where,
Yeah.
Mhm.
either you have a hole in the tub where it's just a
Yeah.
little bit of a pinhole in the tub. I've done it where no pinholes, just put the what is that?
Seal
The
wrap.
wrap over, over the
The
top,
press
and
and
just leave them
seal, yeah.
alone. Press and seal, leave them alone. And either way, they still hatch and didn't have a problem. As long as the temperature is right, you're still
Yeah.
good. So there is
Yeah.
no wrong way to do it. It's those eggs, if they're gonna make it, they're gonna make it. As long as your temperatures are right. So
Yeah.
I had
I've
a clutch. I had a clutch that hatched on me. So I did everything. The first 5 clutches I had, after they cut the eggs, they came out of the eggs, I put them in another tote, sprayed it down. Everybody survived. I had one clutch. I had a lesser leopard clown to a yellow belly leopard clown pie. So I cut them. They came out of the eggs. I was so excited. I had my first pie. I had the ring around the tail. I was psyched up. Forget about the other 2 clowns. I was more psyched up about the pie. Then 2 days later, I go back and he's dead. I'm like, shit.
Oh,
Man,
that's
that broke my
stillborn,
heart.
yeah.
Then another day, I went back, found another one dead. So now I'm like, I couldn't sleep for a whole day, thinking what I did wrong and this and that. And I talked to Kike, and he goes, "You didn't do nothing wrong. That just happens." He goes, "Just
Yeah.
take whatever is left, put it back in the incubator, and just leave them there till they shut out." So, boy, I was there checking every day, spraying them and all that.
Yeah, I mean, Sammy, not all reptiles are
Right.
meant to survive, not
Yeah.
all people
But I was,
survive.
after 5 clutches, everything was going good. I get the 6th clutch, and then I get 2 that died after they came out of the eggs, and I'm like freaking out. I couldn't sleep. And I'm like, maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I cut them too early or something. Like I was
No.
freaking out.
Oh,
It just happened.
that was like 2 years ago for me. Like I had it was 4 clutches consistently, and I was like, all right, we're on a roll. And then I had 2 females completely slug out, and now I'm like, the whole mind game started. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I'm like, something's wrong. Like, what's going on? And you start messing with your head. Yeah, you start overthinking stuff, and it's nature. That bad things happen.
It's timing. What I've realized, if the female slugs out like completely, it's just that you probably paired a little too late. You just came back. That was a little, but that female's good. Or it could be your male. But if your male has been producing, then it's just you've been a little too late. You missed it. I had a live female. She pushed out 8 slugs. I couldn't believe it. First full clutch I ever had that was like all slugs, but I just paired them too late.
I had a female last year. She got really big. She was my last one, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be 8 for 8. Then I seen her losing a little bit of weight, I said, let me just test her out. My test is, if you throw a rat in there, she eats it, she ain't gonna lay no eggs. Yeah. So I throw a rat in there, I hear it, boom. I go, shit. So,
generally that is true, but there are stories where people have had snakes eat in the same week that they've laid eggs. But generally, generally that's true.
You get a log with the eggs.
Yeah, I know, dude. He's got pictures on his Instagram. He gets his females to feed while they're maternally incubating.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, they need that. They need that energy. It really wears them out, no matter how healthy they are. Some snakes, people will weigh everything meticulously, right, and keep records, and sometimes they lose like 40+% of their weight.
Yeah,
and that's got to be rough sometimes. So
that banana the other day, she went from 2,500 grams to 1,400.
Yeah. See,
have you guys had any females that took over 2 years to really actually produce for you?
My longest is 14 months.
14 months. She was just 14
Yeah,
months, and then she produced for you, or
yeah, she laid a clutch, but just from the very first time I saw follicles till she laid a clutch was 14 months.
14 months. Well,
Uh,
I had a female that I paired. She was 3 when I first paired her. She didn't have any eggs for me until she was 7 years old.
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
And that's where you turn around and you invest. And this is where they try to say invest more into your males and your females. On that end, that higher dollar, because a male will breed before a female, and that female might take a little bit longer to go. And she did.
Mhm.
When at that time it was $2,000 I paid for her, but by the time she produced any babies, I could buy that stuff where she was going to
Yeah.
produce. So it was like, but I still got her. I still kept her. I don't care.
I
Still kept her.
had a female that she laid eggs, and I got all nervous, so I picked her up. She still had eggs in her, so I
Oh,
waited.
she was egg. Yeah.
Right, so I waited. She gave me 5 eggs, but I could tell she still had eggs in her. I put hot water, I put some lotion on there. She was egg bomb for like 3 months, and she was eating. One day I walked in the room and I smelled something like dye.
Yeah.
I went right for her to open it up. It was a solid egg, and then something big, long, like this green, just last whole. I had to take her out, wash her, take the bin outside, and wash the bin because it stunk so bad. But
Exotics have one.
She was egg bomb, but she was still eating.
That's and that's where some people, if you panic, I from listening to Ozzy, if you panic, you'll probably do more damage to the animal than just let her be. Because what
Yeah.
are they doing in the wild? They pass it. I've had 2 females egg bound, and then they pass it, and some come out like how you said, and then one came out mummified. It looked like a hard rock. It was just a little hard rock, and she passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't panic.
Last spring,
No, I just left
I had a snake lay 1 giant egg, Darren, 1 giant egg, and then I told a bunch of people about it, and they're like, "Yeah, no, that doesn't really happen." I'm like, "Okay, well, she didn't look like she had more eggs in her." I waited. I would say approximately, I didn't write it down, but approximately 2.5 months later, almost, she laid 1 more egg. And it was also just like huge, and it had veins in it, but I could tell it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
And then like approximately like another 6 weeks later, she laid 1 more egg.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That one was gross looking, and then she was fine, but that's unusual. Sometimes strange stuff that we can't explain or fully understand occurs.
I just really think we overreact, because these guys sometimes will just kind of squeeze it out and try to force it out, and I think you really actually do more damage than really actually helping the animal.
Not to mention like the emotional stress you're causing the snake.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Force it out.
I had a snake that gave me 5 eggs. 2 were bad, and she gave me the other 3 eggs. But one of the eggs was a complete round circle, like a snowball.
Looked like a big piece of urate.
Yeah. And then it was in a solid egg. It had like markings on it. So when I'm pulling it apart, it kind of broke a little bit. So me being a carpenter and a painter, I put blue tape on it. I put blue tape on it. So and the egg hatched. I got a good baby and everything.
Really?
Yeah. If you go on my Instagram, you look for, because I videotape everything. You can see
I know you do.
You can see the round egg with the blue tape on it. I said, I ain't got no other tape. I ain't got no nail polish.
That works. I mean, besides any kind of glue, but tape. I've done that when you're trying to separate eggs. I've torn the egg, and you kind of see the yolk come out. You tape it up, you're fine. You're good to go.
She's gonna lay in like 3 years, circle eggs for Sammy.
Pile of snowballs.
And she's gonna come full circle.
This egg
Well,
was
you guys,
complete-
I would love to hang out all night, but my phone is like 4%, so it's just gonna cut off in a short bit. The microphone that I'm using now, it plugs into my phone and that powers it, and I guess it drained it faster than I thought. So
Yeah.
but
All right, well-
next
See you later.
Saturday, you guys are doing this again, right, Holly?
Oh yeah.
every Saturday. Every Saturday.
Every
Yeah.
Saturday.
So,
Every-
Darren, nice to finally
Yes,
get to meet
nice to
you.
meet you.
Sean, I've seen you on here. We'll chat in the future. Sammy,
It
thanks
definitely
for
was
the
a pleasure.
t-shirt.
I'll see
It's
you
nice
later.
to finally get your name, Bobby, and now I know who you are. And
Bobby
and
Boucher.
Bobby Boucher,
Bobby Boucher.
the water boy.
The water.
My mama said.
Thanks for
The devil.
My mama said. My mama said. My mama
thanks for
said.
having me on, Holly, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Good morning.
You have a good night.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it is. No, it's only 9:55 here.
Oh,
We got
Yeah, it's 7:56.
it's 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, you guys are getting past my bedtime here pretty soon.
And
I know, right?
I got 11 o'clock here.
You got to get up and do the show again tomorrow too, don't
Yeah,
you?
I'm gonna go drag. You know what? I gotta go downstairs and drag my son out of the bar.
Sammy, where you up in New Hampshire?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he goes, I'm going down for a quick drink. That was 3 hours ago.
It was quick drink. You know, you never know who you're gonna meet down there.
Oh,
Now that's New Hampshire. That's ran by the same person that does White Plains, right?
I'm not too sure. This is my first time bending, so I don't even know.
Okay.
You know. So I begged her for a table. She goes, "Hey, you gotta wait, this and that." And they
Oh yeah,
got-
it was Lane or something, right?
Well, I was with Elaine,
Hi,
but
Natalie.
then, she had one table, and I wanted to put a lot of stuff on there. So she's bringing another friend, so it would have been crowded. So Tyler's father got an extra table, and he goes, "If you want to come here, and you can have this whole thing." I'm like, "Bet." I said, "I'll give you money for it." He goes, "No, just come over here." I said, "Beautiful. My wife is gonna love me because she bought me the the big thing to put up, so the big sign,
Banner.
sign. So
There you go.
I was glad, because I wanted, it's my first show, and I only could put a couple snakes on the table. I wanted to put everything out there.
No, I hear.
You know?
Yep. All right, guys. We're at 2.5 hours, so
Hey,
Oh, that was
thank you
quick,
for
thank
coming on.
yes, anytime, man. You can come on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let
you.
us
And I'll
know.
hit you up on them snakes.
Yep.
What'd you say,
Yeah,
$100
definitely.
for two? $100? No, I'll hit you up.
Yeah,
That's the way I want
one
to go.
female
I-
458 grams. So
Yeah.
yeah,
no,
well
definitely.
started.
It just is so cold here in Connecticut, man. It's just like,
Yeah, no, it is.
All right, everybody. Well, y'all have
All
a
right,
good
it
night.
was
and I'll
nice,
see you
Holly.
guys
I will
next
talk to
stage.
you
That's
tomorrow, and I'll set
All right,
these
guys.
up.
Have a good night.
All right,
Darren,
bye.
nice talking to you.
Darren.
Sammy,
Nice
Holly, I'll
talking to you
catch
too.
you.
I'll check you out.
Bye.
Bye
See ya.
bye.
Later.